typically with B1 review and verifications, or they're also short is B1 R&Vs, typically it's required within your CD or your consent decree, where you have to do an extensive look at your B1 program, whether it's the waste, your waste shipped off site, your vacuum trucks, your waste streams. So with consent decrees, you're required to do a full extensive look at your program and see if you've accommodated for everything. But along top of that, once you get your consent decrees, review and verifications, it's helpful to update those wastes, because after so many years, you're not going to have the same waste streams, or you could be having new information within your units, or if you have new units, it's doing a review and verification on that specific unit itself. So with an R&V, we can actually start from as simple as the P&IDs, taking the process or the P&IDs and PFDs of each process unit, and then marking up those P&IDs, and then we'll start from there, and then go to the actual site itself and start talking with operators, engineers, and then get a sense of, okay, how much are these specific waste streams being used or being accumulated into your API or oily water separators. So from there, it's just creating a spreadsheet basically of all these waste streams and all these waste items to get a total number of your tab. We provide it in a very extensive way, so we can start from the beginning of things, where it could be as simple as the P&IDs or your PFDs, and then it could be as extensive as a specific program, so your sour water streams or your carbon canisters, any of your control devices. So it can be very simple as your P&IDs to very specific as your sour water streams, or let's say applicability, whether you're even applicable to the rule or a different rule in itself. Don't be intimidated by us in the extent that, we don't have to do a complete R&V. It can be a step-by-step. So what we've done for previous clients have been, we take specific units and we'll do maybe 3 units or 5 units per year, and each year we'll pick up the units. So instead of doing an extensive one, I know, which can be very expensive, we'll break it out into sections with 3 to 5 units at a time. So it could fit your budget for your environmental budget, rather than have a huge full-out blown-out one where it's just way too much money. I know it could blow your budget when you have LDAR, tanks, flares, and other programs to worry about. Sage has we have a lot of subject matter experts. We've had numerous years of just helping out with B1 R&Vs, and we have different perspective of things. We've had industry, one of our big people, Don, Neil, and Emily Barron, they're industry. They've been in the industry. They've been the B1 coordinators, so they've known the ins and outs, and they've kept up to date with all the manufacturers and vendors of things. So they're the stronghold people. And then we have very ambitious and experienced PTs who can definitely help them out, and we'll try to get them done early. And on top of that, we do have the motto of friendly services, no surprises.